Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Monica Bermudez, and I'm an intuitive self-love energy healer. And I wanted to share in this message about talk or expand more on the topic related to when when opening the heart with trust, what it means to open the heart with trust. And I know a lot can come up with that when we're talking about opening a heart, especially if you've gone through so much heartbreak and so much pain from the past with relationships, more so with the romantic relationships. And there could be some hesitation when the word of opening the heart is used, when that sentence is heard. So I wanted to, the intention of this video, this message, is to provide some insight and support to help you understand what that means, and knowing that a message, from my guides to support you with that understanding of wanting to open the heart and knowing that it's okay to do so. Because right now, as we are in 2021 and we're going through such tremendous changes on this planet, on the collective level as well as the individual, having an open heart is the most important aspect that we must have with us. It's a very strong spiritual instrumental tool for us to have to help us go through the changes. Because the heart itself is by itself like a little mini brain itself, and it carries so much wisdom. Its energy is even greater than one can ever imagine. And as a matter of fact, I always emphasize that it is with the heart that we must start first to rebuild and reactivate, to be fully into our own source connection power of that infinite universal love that is within us. And so I use the term sacred heart because it is a portal that is inside of each of us, and it's nothing to do with any religion or any organization whatsoever. It is something that was given to me by my guides as a word to use, and which has been the terminology that I've been using for my business. And so when we awaken more and activate more of our heart chakra area, we also activate more of that portal inside of us that is part of our soul, and that interconnects with everything else around us at the quantum level. If you're into the quantum physics, the quantum entanglement, and it just interrelates with everyone. So as such, that brings also this vibration of joy energy, and joy is higher love. And another way of looking at joy is love in action. So there are many chambers to the heart, and the heart, when it's unified with all those chambers, they work in harmony with the vibration of joy frequency, the vibration of love frequency, and it just fully expands us even more. So when we have gone through so much heartbreak, so much pain, the heart shuts down, and it just becomes very hard to open your heart. And I'm speaking of, this lifetime as well as the many lifetimes. And some of those lifetimes you may not remember, or maybe you do remember. And in most cases, we don't remember those past lifetimes where we've had such pain of trauma and violence and been persecuted or chased in so many ways that now those memories and those traumas are stuck in our cells and in our DNA, that it all just triggers and gets buried within the heart layers, and it becomes really hard to open the heart. So when we try to open our hearts to someone else in a romantic relationship, we don't fully open our heart, or we feel afraid to go out and date. We feel afraid to go meet somebody new. And this happens a lot, mostly also when after going through a divorce or having just broken up, there's like no desire whatsoever to even be in a relationship at all, or go out to meet someone, because there is that hurt and that pain that is still lingering in the heart. And I speak from my own personal experience because of my own divorce that I had when many years back. That was, I went through, the intense dark night of the soul. And so that led me down this path of the heart. And I know the feeling that when you try to open your heart, you just don't want to open, because if you do, then you're setting yourself up again to this trust where it may turn into a betrayal, it may turn into another heartbreak, it may turn into some other form of pain that you don't want to deal with anymore. And I speak to myself as well. It's a human nature for us to feel this way. Of course, we live in this world of polarity where we have shadow, we have light, we have all different things happening on this planet. And as humans, this is our lesson. This is the way for us to come and learn here on this planet, is to learn how to evolve from that duality and that polarity, and how to be master of that here on earth with it, and maintain our own balance. And the heart is the one that keeps us balanced, centered, and together when it is fully open and activated. So just know this, that when you do open your heart, it is safe to trust. It's safe to be with an open heart and trust. It doesn't mean that you'll lose your intelligence. If anything, it will make you wiser, because you will be so much more connected to your heart, which you will be able to hear more from your own voice of your heart, your higher self, your guides, and your own source connection of the divine. And you will get more clarity of the wisdom of the way to navigate through where you need to go next, and what you need to do in life, and what you come to do in life. So I do feel that when it is more open, you also expand on the trust. And as you expand more with this, you expand on your own worth, and you start to also build on your own soul purpose, because you start to understand that trust in yourself, you also come with your own unique abilities here on earth, with your own divine mission and purpose. And as Archangel Michael has said, we do come with many types of different purpose. One of them is learning to be with an open heart, and to learn to navigate through some of the shadows, like overcoming the dark night of the soul. And then you have the other ones that are much bigger divine missions that you're being called to do. It's whatever resonates for you, right? Whatever your soul is calling you. And that may be for you to be with a divine partner relationship, to give birth to specific starseed children with this divine partner, or to serve with your own soul purpose here on earth through some type of energy healing. So all of that is where it starts, is with the heart. So it is safe to have an open heart and have trust. And so the heart itself also, because of that clarity, when you start to open your heart, it also offers you its own protection of love. So it makes you much more discerning and wiser and clearer on where it is you need to go. So yes, just, when you open your heart, you do have that safety net as well, provided that you are staying alert. And this is not to say that you're going to go out and just automatically just fall in love with just whoever, or just easily fall in love, right? So this just means that it's much more discerning as to becoming more aware, becoming more noticeable of any red flags that may come up. So we now are talking about if you're doing dating, for example. If you're out dating, and if we're doing conscious dating, you want to be very aware of who it is that you're with, and just pay very close attention to your heart and what it's saying. Not necessarily just going off with just your emotions. Of course, that's an aspect of us as humans, to have emotions. But also pay attention to other areas of signs that your guides may be providing through your own body, and in one way through your heart. Looking back for me, before my marriage, I ignored many red flags. And for a long time after the divorce, I was very upset because I thought that my guides did not provide the guidance for me before getting to the marriage. So there was a bit of this regret, which of course is a victim energy. And so now, stepping more into the creative energy. But really, when I look back and I really assess and I really reflected upon things, and I really looked at my shadow aspects in every way, I started to see that actually I was receiving red flags. And I was just going by my feeling of my own emotion, of thinking that I was in love. So now when I look at things in a different light, of a different awareness and a different waking state, and I look at things with the heart more, looking with the eyes of your own heart, is to look at what feels right, what feels to be in alignment. In other words, what I'm trying to say, what feels right for your own path and your own way. So it's more of this, conscious dating, where pay attention to red flags. What's a match for me, what's not a match for me, and what's in alignment for you, right? So that's where you build on these awareness and just being as aware as you can possibly be. And that's also what will help with the ascension process and the waking up stage. So just know that I hope that this provides good advice and healing in some way to you. But I welcome your comments and thoughts about this, and what it is that you're feeling, how it is, how you're doing. And of course, I understand if you're really struggling in the pain, and just know that you have support wherever you go. And this is a time for us to also be working together rather than individual. There's no need to be suffering on your own anymore. The silent suffering type that says that everything is okay, but in reality, it's not. It's time to really also get the help that you need and the support that you need. So I do hope that whatever you're going through, that everything just gets better for you, and that you expand your heart with more love, because you and us, we are meant to live in this vibration of love. We're meant to live in the vibration of joy. That is our true nature within us. So I would love to see you in the next video on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe, share, and provide any comments you have. And I look forward to connecting with you the next time. So sending you so much love. Take care.